Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about um, the whole statements from Patty Jenkins that have come out. Um, and you all know my whole stance on the Wonder Woman 1984 film. It was a great film. It was a phenomenal film. I don't care what anyone. I don't understand the hate. I've already made multiple videos on this topic. I've done a review on it that you guys can go check out. I don't understand the hate for this video. For this movie. This movie was a phenomenal movie. It was movie of the year. Unquestionably movie of the year because 2020 didn't have that many movies come out this year. So it was movie of the year, but I think it was a phenomenal film. This film would have made $1 billion if we had full capacity. Talk about some of the stuff that's come out. Patty Jenkins has said that she has taken issue with Wonder Woman 1984. Warner Brothers wanted to basically pull some of the scenes. What was talked about was basically Warner Brothers basically said they wanted to take out either the Olympic opening scene, basically a flashback scene from when she was a kid, or they wanted to take out the mall scene with the jewelry robbers or whatever. And Jenkins basically felt that you can't cut out either of those themes, as the flashback kind of just showed more of her struggles, as well as the mall scene. Basically, really just not only established the plot, because obviously the robbers were tipped off that the people that were running the jewelry place, they were doing a side business under the black market. And they basically said, we won't tell if you won't tell. And so that kind of sets up the plot, of how they get all these ancient artifacts, which also leads to them getting the stone that makes all the wishes. Also, again, spoilers if you haven't seen it. I should kind of let on that. But, so I agree with Patty Jenkins that these scenes were important to the plot. Like, they shouldn't have been cut. Now, some people are saying that the film was too long. Guys, really? Really? These are the same people that are complaining about Justice League. Justice League was 2.5 hours. And you all complained about that. Oh, of course, when the Snyder cut comes out, then it will be all good. Batman v Superman was around that amount of time, very close to it. As a matter of fact, it had an extension cut once it got out of theaters. So don't remember you guys complaining about the time strengths there. Why is it so wrong to have 2.5 hours of a movie? Stupid reasons. Once again, I don't understand the logic of people's thinking. Like, Patty Jenkins was absolutely right with this decision, and I'm glad she kept those scenes in. I think those scenes were very important to the plot. The Olympic thing, not as much, but still it kind of shows the struggle Wonder Woman, or Diana Prince, had as a kid. Which, again, if you've seen the first movie, you would know that too. But, again, to explore more of what she's gone through as a kid, in her training to be an Amazonian, as an adult, it is a very significant to the plot. Okay, so no, I don't agree with these scenes being cut out. And I'm glad she fought against Warner Brothers against this because these scenes were important to the plot. I don't understand why people are so against this movie. Like, what is wrong with this movie? Again, I do have the article link in the description. I'm not going to go through everything she said, but it will be there for you guys to look at and read in its entirety. But it really baffles me that so many people hate this movie. Like I have heard so many stupid things. I had to argue with someone in my Discord about this that didn't even want to watch the movie because he thought it was an SJW movie. It's not an SJW movie, guys. It is not. If you actually watch the movie, it's not an SJW movie. This is not an SJW movie. Okay? Like, what the frig? Guys, we gotta stop getting on our high horse. This shit is stupid. This movie was phenomenal. This was a great movie. Was it better than the original Wonder Woman? No. No, it wasn't. But does that mean the movie was bad? No. Okay, usually, typically, the sequels are not as good as the original, but that doesn't mean they're bad. You know, like, what the frig? Like, what the frig? Like, I just don't understand the hate this movie is getting. Like, I'm not even getting good reasons. Like, what is wrong with the movie? What is wrong with Wonder Woman establishing herself as a superhero by saving the day and stopping jewelry thieves? What's so wrong about that? What? Please explain to me what is so wrong about saving the day. She is a female superhero. Of course, she's going to have to kick some men's butts that are breaking the law. She also beat the crap out of Cheetah later on in the movie, who's a woman. Again, I don't understand the reason why people are bitching about this. Like, everyone knows. I mean, and that's the thing. Wonder Woman is beating the crap out of guys in the frickin' cartoon. For frig's sakes. Like, what is the frickin' issue? Like, there's nothing, and you got Steve who came back, a guy who's significant to the plot. He is very significant to the plot, okay? It's her, her boyfriend comes back, she's depowered, okay, because, she's in love with this guy. Okay, what the frig is so wrong with this goddamn movie? Okay, you guys gotta be like seriously on some high horse, or you just don't like any movie. If you hate this movie because it's some girly, feminine movie, okay, or whatever the hell you're on, okay, you seriously need to reevaluate yourself. If you hate the movie because it's a girl movie. Okay, because it's not. It's a superhero movie. That the Wonder Woman is just happens to be a woman. Don't see the issue. Don't see the issue at all. I don't understand the hate this movie is getting. Patty Jenkins is absolutely right. Okay? And this is coming from a person that absolutely hates the Captain Marvel movie. Okay? So I don't want to hear this bull crap that I'm like, that I'm somehow, like different all of a sudden. Like, no. If the movie is good, I'm going to defend the movie regardless. Because this movie was good. I have now seen this movie twice in the movie theaters. I just went to see it again on Tuesday. That's how good this movie was. I liked it that much. Okay, people have nitpicked on this movie. They're criticizing Patty Jenkins for stuff. Patty Jenkins, I think, was right. I don't have a problem with the movie being 2.5 hours. I don't understand why people... I wouldn't care if this movie was 3 hours, to be completely honest with you. I don't care, as long as the movie's good. I don't care how long a movie is. More action. Like, what's the issue? I feel like so many people have nitpicked this movie to death. I heard people were saying that this movie is worse than Captain Marvel, and you are crazy if you think that. Okay, you are straight up crazy if you think this movie is worse than Captain Marvel. You are. Like, holy shit. When I heard that, I almost just, my mouth dropped when I heard people were saying this. This is crazy. This is going crazy right now. Like, what the frick is going on? Which is what? What is going on? I have no idea anymore. We're like living in a Twilight Zone at this point. Like, we are literally living in a damn Twilight Zone, guys. Okay, a parallel universe right now. When I heard somebody actually say this. In terms of what I don't agree with Patty Jenkins also stated, she stated that the next movie, Wonder Woman 3, she wants it to be possibly in the modern times. I don't think it should be present day. When you do Wonder Woman 3, whatever it's going to be called, I think it's got to be a movie that takes place either in the 90s or the early 2000s or like maybe 2010. It can't take place before Batman v Superman because that has been established in this, this universe. So, and I think, what was it, Batman v Superman came out in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. So it can't take place before 2016. So it has to take place like in 2010. If you want it to be more modern but not present day, maybe 2010 or something like that. It can't be present day. It can't, because then it would have to be after the events of Justice League if you're going to do that. And we don't know what the Snyder Cut's going to be. We don't know how much Snyder is going to be involved in the third film now or whatever. Since now they seem to be going back in that direction with Zack Snyder, I don't know. And if they are going more in that direction, it's going to be quite interesting to see how they go about it, since Patty Jenkins is the director. Like, I just don't know why people hate this movie. Is it just because that, they have a business guy as the villain? Is that the reason why you guys don't like it? Because I don't think that is a really legitimate reason. I've heard people say this guy is supposed to be Donald Trump, and he's not. Do you know how many business people make commercials besides Donald Trump? Okay? Like, why? He doesn't even look like Trump. He definitely doesn't act like Donald Trump. I mean, he cares for his goddamn kid. Okay? Like, it just baffles me. Like, it just baffles me so much criticism of this film that like, it just feels like people have just nitpicked this film to death. It just feels like this movie has been nitpicked to goddamn death, and it just bugs me because this film is amazing. It is a great film. Everyone should go see it. And if you are having concerns because the media or these websites are telling you false information, go see this. There is nothing wrong with this film. Okay? There is nothing wrong with this film. This is a great film. Patty Jenkins did a great job with this film. Okay? I just don't understand it. I don't understand what people are thinking. I don't understand what is going on and why people are just so against this film. I don't get it. You know what I mean there? It's a great film. Like I said, I think the next film needs to take place in if they want to take it in modern times, that's one thing. But it has to take place in, like, before the events of Batman v Superman, because that's the only thing that would make sense. Or it would have to take place after the events of Batman v Superman, after the events of Justice League, which I just don't think that's possible. Another, another thing that needs to be clear up, because I heard a lot of people talking about how Patty Jenkins said, they left Cheetah up for for a possible return or whatever. And a lot of people are saying, well, that it can't possibly be happening, especially if it's in modern times. I need people to actually understand something right now, because a lot of people aren't understanding this. Cheetah, aka Barbara, never actually renounced her wish. If you actually watch the movie, okay, she never actually renounces her wish. They show her once towards the end, like, by herself, like on that hill or whatever. But that's all they do. They don't actually show her renouncing her wish. Now, before you say, well, she lost her cheetah form, that actually wasn't a wish that she made. That was something Maxwell gave her. Okay? Barbara never actually renounced her wish. Her wish was to be, spoiler, to be like Diana Prince, which of course she didn't know she was Wonder Woman at the time, but of course, nonetheless, that's what ends up happening. She gets the strength that Diana Prince gets. Attractiveness and, attractiveness, what was it? Attractiveness, like her, confidence, and whatever. She got all of that. But they never actually show it, and they never actually revert her back. They never show you her reverting back to her clumsy, nerdy self. So, again, that's another thing that people on YouTube, as well as other people, are misconstruing what Patty Jenkins stated. Patty Jenkins stated something that actually is factual. Because, again, if you actually watch the movie, she never actually shows her renouncing her wish. Now, you could apply that, well, when, Maxwell, basically recanted his wish, you could imply that she, would lose it then, but not really, because remember, when she asked for the wish, when she did the stone, when she made the wish, Maxwell wasn't in control. It was still a stone. It was still a stone at the time. Okay? So her wish didn't come from Maxwell. Okay? The wish where she basically wanted to be like Diana Prince. Okay? No. And I have seen a lot of people misunderstand this fact. So Patty Jenkins is actually right, and everyone else that's covering this is wrong. Because again, when you analyze the actual scene, she never actually recounts her wish. She never says it. You could say, well, she says it in her mind, but, because that's what Wonder Woman does, to get her boyfriend back. But, when she makes the wish, but it's never actually explained and it's never shown. And that is what she means in the interview where she says, we left that up for a possible return. So again, this is incorrect. And, if she does go that route in the third film, you'll be the first to hear this from me, because I've already now explained it. So again, a lot of misconstruing about Patty Jenkins. And again, I don't understand the nitpickings. I don't understand the misinterpretations. It's just all over the place. Everyone has just tried to vilify this film like so much, whether they're trying to make this an SJW film, which it's not. It's 100% not an SJW film. They're trying to nitpick at the film's time length. They're nitpicking at Patty Jenkins' decisions for taking out scenes that, in my opinion, are actually important, okay, to the movie. They're misinterpreting what she stated about about Barbara, which, as I just explained, Barbara's wish was never officially renowned. It was never recanted. Okay, she never recanted her wish publicly. She never stated it. It was never actually shown. They showed one scene of her, by herself on the hill for about 5 seconds, and that was it. Then they cut off, and we never seen her again in the movie. Okay, that was it. They never actually showed her losing her powers. They never showed her losing her strength. It was never shown. So, yes, she could come back as maybe not Cheetah, but she definitely can still come back as the Amazonian warrior that she now is, essentially, even though she's never actually been trained by Amazonians. But, I mean, she basically has the strength of Wonder Woman, Diana Prince. So, again, she could come back. Again, I am still kind of concerned about it being in the modern times, because there's going to be having to be a lot of explaining to do. Wonder Woman, this isn't going to be the last film that she's in, because they have the Flashpoint film coming up, so she's going to be in the Flashpoint film. So before they get to even Wonder Woman 3, there are going to be cameo DCEU films that she's going to be in before that. Obviously the Snyder Cut, but that's just more of a dub of the original Justice League movie film. So again, there's a lot of things that Gal's gonna be doing for the next couple of years before we even get to Wonder Woman 3. Hopefully Wonder Woman 3 comes out sooner. I really hope it does. I know, again, Patty Jenkins has the Paramount Cleopatra film, which, by the way, another film Gal's going to be the lead in, just so coincidentally happens, as well as what's it called? I believe she's doing a Star Wars film too. So I don't know when Wonder Woman 3 is going to happen, but I really hope it comes sooner rather than later, because I don't know how her schedule is going to be, but it really needs to come, because it has to be within that 2-year window, I think. Because, I mean, that's how they were doing the from the first to the second Wonder Woman film, was within that 2-year window. Obviously it was massively delayed, so it ended up coming out like 3 years after the original movie was released. But nonetheless, it still came out within 3 years. So 2 to 3 years should be when the next movie comes out. So we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to kind of make this video talking about this whole thing with Patty Jenkins that everyone's now talking about, which, again, I think it's just more nitpicking, more bullshit, and it's just really stupid at this point. This film is not an SJW film, and I don't like to use these terms at all. I really don't. But since so many people are just slapping that in the face, I feel like I have to bring it up. Now, I really don't want to bring it up, but because, again, it's just one of those things that everyone just keeps bringing up, and I just have to really just kind of, slam it down and be like, no, it's not. As well as the other dumb reasons that I've heard. And I'm sure there's other dumb reasons that people are going to come up with to why it's not good. But it's a great film. If you go see it, you won't regret it. It's a really good film. That's all I can really say. So that's it. Comment, rate. If you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. Discord link in the description. Click the notification for all the latest content. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Go check out Wonder Woman in theaters, mostly in theaters, because that's where I go for it. Or if you have HBO Max, go check it out there. I don't check it on HBO Max, 'cause I don't have that, but I have the theater because AMC is open still. So that's where I went to go see it. That's it. I'm the S. Ultimate Goku. Peace.